The Chinese New Year was a few weeks ago, and I thought that it would be a good idea to go back and look at the origins of such a widespread and important tradition in our modern world. Today, we will explore the legend of the origin of the very first celebration of the New Year in ancient China, the legend of the mythical beast, known as Nian. The legend of the origins of the Chinese New Year started a long time ago. Even today, we're still unsure on the exact date when it started. It was back in a time where humans still lived in fear, hiding from the unknown. According to the legend, once a year, usually around winter, a monstrous creature would come down from its lair in the high misty mountains and go straight to the neighboring villages, devouring everything on its way. Cattle, men, women, and even children. The beast ate everything that stood in its path. It would arrive during nighttime, and it's only at dawn, when he was full and satisfied, that he would go back in the mountains and stay there until next year. That creature was known as Nian, which can be roughly translated in English to the year beast. However, most people call it Nian. Nian was a legendary massive creature larger than houses and stronger than 100 men. It had the body of a bull and the head of a lion, and was so powerful that nothing could withstand its rampage. And thus, years passed and the villagers still lived in fear and terror. They dreaded that moment where the beast would come down from the mountains again to lay pain and destruction all over their lands. But soon, they started to come up with ideas to try to keep the Nian at bay and redirect its attention to reduce the damage caused by the creature. The villagers started making a lot of food in the eve of the cursed day where the beast would come down from the mountains. They put the plates of food in front of their house doors, and hoped that by doing so, the monster would eat the food instead of the children and the animals in the village. They also realized something very important over time. The Nian feared three things: the color red, fire, and loud noises. With that in mind, the villagers put in place a strategy to counter the beast and make it run back in the mountains. They prepared red lanterns and hung them all over in the villages. They also painted their doors bright red and tied red scrolls to the doors and windows. Once the preparations were done, the villagers waited the beast. At night, when Nian made its way down the mountains, the villagers lit up great fires and firecrackers to make as much noise as possible. They also banged plates and bowls together to add up to the noise. When the creature arrived near the city, it saw the bright red colors left and right, and that combined with the fire and the loud noises, confused and scared the mighty beast. When it could not take it anymore, Nian ran away and went back to the mountains. The legend says that later on, the great ancient Taoist monk Hongchen Laozi captured the mythical beast and made it its own mount, and from that moment and on forward, the villagers kept that tradition every year and kept making large quantities of food, putting lanterns and scrolls around the city, and setting off firecrackers. Today, this tradition is still present, and every new year we can see lanterns, firecrackers, and bright red color paper cuts with popular themes of good fortune or happiness on them. The color red is still the predominant color used in the New Year celebrations because it was considered as an emblem of joy and symbolizes many virtues. The Nian is also at the origin of the very famous lion dance that is performed every New Year as well. You have probably witnessed those dances where people would get under a costume that looked like the Nian and would perform the lion dance. It is said that this dance originated even before the Tang dynasty in ancient China, and that it was based on a playful lion's dance in heaven. So this concludes today's video. Thanks everyone for watching, it's really appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that those who celebrated the Chinese New Year had a great time, and I wish you all luck with whatever you do. Now then, thanks again, and see you all next time for a new video.